Right. Hello. It's chilly today. The heating on, and I've got some hot chocolate. It's chilly. Right. Yes. Sorry, I've been a bit quiet in streams and stuff this month, probably. Since, well, definitely the last couple of weeks. It's not been feeling very well. But hopefully things will get better in the next few months. I don't know. They might. But, you know, appreciate everyone that comes to say hi, watches the streams. So, we were going to do this one yesterday, but then I got engrossed in solving a murder mystery, so we're going to do some Desolatium. Desolatium, maybe. Published by Sedesco, developed by Superlumen. Came out also on October the 27th. Same as Murder Game Over, I believe. So we're doing it a month after release, but I think that's fine. Not many people have played this one. Possibly because it is £25.99 or $29.99. You know, it's kind of niche. It's out on Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch, and you can wishlist it on Steam. But it's unusual that it's out on that a game is out on consoles first. Well, I suppose it's Sedesco, and they do a lot of console games. I like Sedesco's games. This one is a graphic point-and-click adventure where you get to investigate the mysterious disappearance of a friend through the eyes of 4 different characters, each with their own characteristics. Uncover the mystery as you're led towards a dark path filled with Lovecraftian myths and creatures. Are the old ones they read about truly real? Be careful what you ask for, because the answer might lead you to your doom if you don't tread carefully. So, Lovecraftian. Considering Lovecraft was problematic, at least he's problematic within his own, but he's not creating more problems. I'm strangely drawn to sort of Lovecraftian stories, despite it not being my cup of tea, which is odd. But yeah, we are going to be playing some of this. We have another game lined up, depending on how engaging this one is. At the moment, streaming is the only way I'm playing games right now, so I'm taking advantage of it. New graphic adventure based on Lovecraft mythos. At least Lovecraft don't get any money for this. Ooh, Unreal Engine. So I wonder if we'll see more of that. Sorry, just checking in a couple of messages. Now I'm here. Okay, so Enter Madness. I am finding it really hard to read. There's a font underneath where my little ticker thing is, and it's got my username, and then it's got version 2035, and then it looks like XSX. Oh, probably Xbox Series X. So that'll be like a version string if they need to debug it. But that is possibly one of the worst fonts. Color outline combinations. No, okay, no, it's not. I've seen much worse, but that is not a good font color combination size outline. Enter Madness is readable, and I believe that's the same font. Hi, Leaky. I love it when the option is Enter Madness. Okay, I don't know whether... Alright, I'm thinking... I want options. Do I get options now, or do I get new game? Because that was not clear which one was highlighted. I think I may have gone into new game.
Careful. Be quiet. It has to be here.
Look here. I think this is it. Should we open it?
Yes, that is it. It looks just like the drawings from the journal I found. Open the box.
Oh, don't open the box. That sounds stupid.
There's nothing inside.
What? No. It can't be. It should be here. Shit. What was that? It's a trap! Run!
It's a tarp.
Get down.
Oh,
It's her!
the chocolate cup
She's
is
here.
invisible because it's green.
Christopher! Christopher! Are you okay?
Take the boy, but don't hurt him. We need him alive.
What should we do with the other one?
We don't need the other one.
Leave him alone! Christopher! No!
That was bizarre. Okay, now that's too loud. Hang on. I would have turned down the background music, kept the voice up, if I could have got into the options first. Okay, the mystery of man. Carter Scott, the mystery of the man without memories. Carter has been caught. Okay.
Where am I? My head is about to explode. I can't remember anything.
Okay. Oh, this has different colours. Alright, option. Sound. Music. Sound effects. Language. English. Subtitles. These are controls. Look. Menu. Inventory. Menu. Inventory is Y. Okay. Okay, so it's not like many options. But I have to say that it needs to be a lot clearer. Oh, that is like disgustingly dirty. It needs to be a lot clearer when you have a menu, which one is selected and which one is not selected. And having two different red colours, not. Especially when the other one's grayed out, so you can't see. This one, it's more obvious. I suppose it's indented as well as coloured. I'm actually curious because now I'm going to go back to the menu. Ooh, now it's dripping. Because obviously I've done a lot of, researchy stuff. Okay, so you see, I thought light was highlighted, but actually no, indented and dark is highlighted. That is not a good color choice for a menu. I'm sorry, or at least, yeah, it needs more differentiation. That was harder to see. Version string slightly easier, I think, because it's a dark background behind it. Anyway, I'm not picking fault, just commenting that also, like, voices are not separated out in the volume thing, so it's like music, sound effects, but not voices. So,
Carter Scott. Is that my name? It seems I have a concussion. That's probably why I can't remember anything.
Yeah, so it said the man without the memories. Head trauma with loss of consciousness and secondary amnesia. Keep under observation. Patient should be conscious by night. So, notes. Objects. Okay, that's a creepy as eye, but it...
What will this take? Have I been drugged?
Interesting. First person. Oh,
Here's
interesting.
something. A coin.
A very worn 5-cent coin. Well, the only thing I saw was a hand, so that's why I went with that. It's interesting. First person perspective, but clearly point and click mechanics. But it's almost like semi-live action.
I could get out this way if I loosen the screws.
We have a coin. Go back to your bed.
When you found me, did I have anything on me that could help me figure out who I am?
Your things are in a different room, but they told me not to let you out of here. So take a seat and calm down.
Do you know what happened to me? I can't remember a thing.
I don't know, but by your looks when they brought you in, I guess something painful.
Where am I? This doesn't look like a hospital.
You're right. This is not a hospital. It is our home. But I can't tell you its exact location. That is confidential. Especially for someone like you.
What do you mean by someone like me?
Oh, that's true. The Cyberman said you have amnesia. Let's just say we've been looking for you for a long time. And you haven't been particularly nice to us. Your role in this whole thing is very important. I can't tell you anything else.
This guy looks a lot like a famous actor, but I'm spacing on their name. Just the face and the expressions, very well drawn, but familiar. I don't know why.
Why am I not allowed to leave? Why am I here?
I can't tell you why you're here. The only thing I can tell you is that it will all be over soon.
And someone called Christopher. Is Christopher the one that was the spare?
You speak as if this was a sort of an organization. Is this a government agency?
It's more the other way around. The government is part of what we are. We are everywhere, you see. Like him. He who dwells in our dreams.
Oh, the one on the left looks... I mean, I don't care about the white guy. It's the black guy's face who's... The black guy whose face I recognize. It's very well drawn, you see, but it's recognizable. But I just can't remember the name. Either the name of the actor, which of course with me, I barely remember names of actors. Character, I can remember the character. I mean, maybe it'll come to me. I mean, it's probably an incidental character. It's just... I mean, it's a tiny bit like Mickey from Doctor Who, but not really, but someone else. Because I don't want to do the whole, well, everyone looks alike. It's like, no, but to me, a lot of people do look similar. I watched a movie with Zach Braff where every other character looked like Zach Braff, and the only reason I knew which one was Zach Braff is because I'd watched Scrubs. The only reason I know his name is because it's a silly name. Zach Braff. And it's stuck in my head. So, I don't have prosopagnosia, but I certainly do have, like, very problems with faces. I have to get very familiar with them to, you know, actually recognize who they are, to the point where I still get people I work with mixed up when I see them in person because I'm used to seeing their faces on a screen. And there are a couple of guys that look very similar that I did get mixed up one of the on-sites. And my very first on-site, I didn't recognize someone that I'd talked to on a video call because it just didn't look the same in 3D. So, yeah. I just feel like I need to justify I don't think all black guys look the same. But I'm getting Mickey vibes, but also someone specific. But I mean, this is Mickey, like, you know, when he got all serious and was like freedom fighter Mickey. Maybe it is. It's definitely not Mickey in the first season when he's being all pathetic and attacked and converted into, you know, latex or rubber or whatever it was, liquid plastic. But when he grows the beard, I'm gonna have to look it up because otherwise it's gonna bug me. I'm just gonna look up Mickey Doctor Who. Yeah, no, actually it is him, but I think it's definitely his character when he got a beard and he's in some of the later seasons. But yeah. I thought maybe I was misremembering him because, like, in the very first season, he's very, very young. Noel Clarke. But then he gets a beard, and he looks a lot more like this. Though, it's not quite the same. I don't know if that is the character I'm thinking of. But, like, when he's Mickey Smith, the Auton, he's a lot more baby-faced, and this is not a baby-faced guy. But then when he's like Mickey, you know, alt-world Mickey with the stubble, this guy's not got a moustache. But he definitely looks very similar, so I'm not being totally, you know, white person-esque.
I demand to see whoever's in
Oh, he
charge.
definitely doesn't look like him when he does this.
Don't worry.
It's a side view.
People want to come see you too. But that woman's
Yeah.
not very chatty, if you know what I mean. Now go back to your fucking room and don't bother me.
That's not what... That subtitle did not match up there. And I use coin. Because I got a coin and need to unscrew something. Inevitably, as long as it's not one of those Phillips head things, you can unscrew it with a coin. Or a pair of scissors,
Seems this
a nail
corridor
file.
is not guarded. I should find a way to get out of here.
It said my stuff was in a...
If we don't stop them, this is the end.
Oh.
This will destroy everything and everyone.
Whose voice was that?
Okay, so I can go down there, but it did say my stuff was in a different room.
Closed.
Zotiques.
I don't think using the main door is a good idea. The guard must be around there. It's closed.
I want my stuff, but I don't know what my stuff looks like, so... Anyway, now we've...
These people are...
Oh my god.
dead. What is this? I have to get out of here and call the police.
Wait, where's the door? Oh, is that the door? Okay, we'll go from the door, because otherwise I've got no point of reference.
Leave him alone! Christopher! No! Was that a memory? I'm not looking under there. Nope. Mar O.H. I wonder how she died. There's a name here. John Crossbow. Let's see if there are any clues in this recorder.
The subject died less than 5 minutes after injecting the serum. For a moment, all the activity indicators flashed in unison, illuminating all the screens. The subject began to mutate within seconds. His eyes turned completely red. His jaws started to grow very sharp fangs. and his voice became so high-pitched that his words couldn't be distinguished. Unfortunately, after taking the ghoul form, the subject passed away. But it has not been an absolute failure. As I was getting rid of the remains, the corpse's left hand started to have spasms. The serum continued to excite the cells in that area, even though the rest of the body was starting to experience natural rigidity. This opens up another very interesting area of investigation. I'm going to try to modify the formula to maximize that effect. Maybe.
This just keeps getting worse. What kind of experiments are they doing here? What the fuck is this? These psychos want to perform a human sacrifice.
Hey, Herbert West's diary. The first time I absolutely refused. I wasn't going to let those fanatics force me to kill people from their strange rites. She can be very persuasive, so the following time I reluctantly agreed. Now, I never seem to have enough people to sacrifice.
A drink is always nice.
Cool. Well, we'll probably need it. Herbert West's diary. Joining the
Trying
cult
to
is the
turn
best thing that
people
ever happened
into
to
some
me.
weird creatures.
First I had my doubt. Elder gods who claim the world, monstrous beings, senseless madness. But these people have a vision of the future. They only care about the result without questioning the means. They provided me with the proper laboratory and everything I need for my experiments. I just have to report to her, and while she's very reasonable, she's also ruthless. Like no one I've ever met, the experiments are progressing by leaps and bounds. A few weeks ago, I wouldn't have bet a penny on any of the cult's beliefs being true. I've been a scientist with no religious inclination of any kind, but the things I've seen here... Sacrifices. Sacrifices are the key to my serum. Sacrifices and rituals. As much as it pains me, science sometimes needs a little push to achieve certain things. And I finally learned that. The words of power, the symbols painted with blood, the ancient tomes written in forgotten languages. All these elements combined with my formulas are going to help me do it. What in some hell is going on here?
This looks like an exit, but it's locked.
Ah.
This looks like the Sire's kitchen.
How's everyone's weekends going anyway? Okay, I thought I'd gone down there. Was, okay. And what am I missing?
I'm trying to escape. Why would I go back? Closed. It's closed. I don't think using the main door is a good idea. The guard must be around there.
Okay, well I've got to go down here then. I know. We have a trail.
This looks like an exit, but it's locked. Mar O.H. I wonder how she died. I'm not looking under there. Nope.
Maybe there's a key somewhere. This looks more like a butcher's than a...
What kind of experiments are they doing here?
Looks like there's like meat grinders and processors and stuff. It's like a scene out The Walking Dead.
There's a name here. John Crossbow. This looks like the Sawyer's kitchen. Mar O.H. I wonder how she died.
What am I missing? There isn't really a... There isn't like a highlight all things. I like the highlight all things buttons in games. Highlight all hotspots. Aha! There we go. I've
These
missed
are house
fairly normal
keys.
stuff.
Maybe they're mine. I should take them, just in case.
Strange symbol.
It says emergency exit, but it's very rusty. I don't know if it's going to work.
Yeah, that's what I was missing. That particular...
This looks like the right key, but it's very rusty. This looks like an exit, but it's locked.
Okay, do you want me to derust a key? I don't have a derusting.
This looks like an exit, but it's locked. It's closed. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. This doesn't work.
Aha! Okay, I do have a derusting thing. I have a can of cola. Right. Looks like it needs something. Of course. Rusty key and a
Shit.
can of cola.
They know I'm gone.
Well, it's an emergency exit. Obviously has an alarm.
Ritual? They need me for a ritual? What's all this? I have to get the fuck out of here.
Nope. Sophie Whalen in Search of the Truth. Few ordinary pages can uncover the greatest of horrors. Desolatium magazine. Desolation magazine. So these are the people that we're 4 people. I know I'm not really a Lovecraft devotee, but I really love like ancient myths and legends. Lovecraft, I mean, they creep me out.
That's strange. Carter should be here already. He told me he'd discovered something important and he's not usually late. I could check the department. He may be there.
No, he's not. He's in some weird lab somewhere. He got abducted.
This painting always reminds me of what we're capable of. The Maypore excavation was quite an adventure, wasn't it? Although we couldn't find any of the Shankara stones in the end. I would have loved to visit Relia, if it had been real.
Members of this cult believe their god came from the stars, and when he came to this planet, he created the great Relia, from which he ruled the world. When the stars changed, the entire continent sank. The city drowned on the surface of oceans. Their god was trapped there, sleeping on the other side of the black door where he dwells. He is dreaming until his faithful advocates awaken him. Regarding their rites, we must talk about rituals and sacrifices. The cult of the sleeping god.
If
The
only
esoteric
we could
order of
find out where
Dagon.
Dagon's followers are hiding.
It's the fish god. Members of this order worship a water god, a mixture of man and fish, but of colossal properties, called Dagon. This entity provides them with abundant fishing, keeps the seas calm, and protects them from threats. Those who encountered worshippers of this cult speak of jewels made of gold with strange shapes and ancient styling, trading in addition to their fishing catches, which were always abundant. They also speak of people with bulging eyes and greenish skin, likely due to inbreeding. Innsmouth. Dagon has been venerated from the beginning of time by different cultures. For example, it's mentioned in the Bible that the Philistines defeated the Israelites, take the Ark of the Covenant, and place it in the Temple of Dagon. All scholars agree that both the name and the cult of Dagon were imported from Babylon. Paper!
We're on the right path. Our investigation is almost over.
Such as the esoteric order of Dagon, whose origin seems to date from far earlier. Ancient engravings depicting their god have been found on remote islands in Polynesia. Same engravings have been found in recent cults, especially in coastal areas. This cult worshipped an aquatic being, usually represented with multiple tentacles, the Kraken. That tradition spoke of amphibious creatures that surfaced to mate and years later returned to take their progeny. There's a whole language and writing based on pictograms, the study of ancient cults and their influences on modern religion by Sophie Whalen and Carter Scott. Okay, so we are anthropologists, archaeologists. But yeah, the whole of like the idea of the town of Innsmouth is that it's got the whole fish mating ritual thing going on. The last Lovecraft game I played was set there. It was like a story choice game. This one is cool if it's going to have like skeptics as well, because...
As odd as it may be, this painting calms me.
Okay, so... But yeah, big fan of like mythical things and ancient languages, and I don't know, it's really tricky.
This is Dr. Parra's office. She is on an excavation in Costa Rica. Michael Horton. He had an interview with someone called Shutter Kane in Hobbs End, or something like that. I think he's in a small town called Dunwich, or something like that. One of his colleagues from Arkham University needed him for a research they were doing.
Oh, that's bad. Okay. People in this are almost laughably like vaguely 90s style video game, like weird definition, but much more advanced than that. But not quite human.
Good morning, Miriam. How are you doing today? Have you seen Mr. Scott by any chance?
Good morning, Professor Whalen. No, I don't think I've seen him today.
When was the last time you saw him? Was he here yesterday?
I didn't see him yesterday. And this morning, since he wasn't in his office, I had to call him because I needed his signature for some documents, but he wasn't home. I couldn't even reach him on his cell.
We had a meeting this morning and he didn't show up or called to cancel. which is very unlikely of him. By the way, are there any messages for me?
Now that you mention it, Mr. Scott left this envelope for you. I was about to take it to your office.
Yes, it is strange. I'm gonna check in his office. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you need anything else, let me know.
Well, I'm gonna have a little nosy. So, it's annoying me because the background music is quite loud. But then the voice is quiet, and I don't know if it's the sound effects, so I have to put up with the background music being loud. But then I can't hear the voices. I'm not complaining too much, am I? I'm pretty complaining. It's just a commentary from, accessibility points of view. Just interesting how easy it is for me to play a game. Mostly it's like, I want the controls. The controls are in the menu. That's great. I'd like a hotspot thing. That would be good. Mostly it's the sound and then that selection that threw me.
What happened here? It's a mess. It looks like someone did break in.
Oh, hang on. She said there was a note. He left you this envelope. There we go. Sophie, I'm sorry for not being able to attend our meeting. A very important matter resolved. Matter only someone like you could understand. You're not contact today. Something in my office behind the panoptic manuscripts I need you to have. In case you need to, don't hesitate to call James. And remember, the men of science suspect something about that world. They ignore most of it. Yeah, and you had not picked something up. There we go. So yeah. At least now we know where to look. It is quite cold today. It's 7 outside.
Innsmouth? Perhaps that's where the Order of Dagon has been hiding this entire time.
Didn't I say Innsmouth? I'm familiar with the common ones of Lovecraft. The first records of Dagon's order date from 1848, when Brendan Exeter appeared, battered and disoriented in the hospital, numerous wounds, many infected and lost his mind. Kept telling stories about fishermen, advocates of the devil, and exotic jewellery. He told how they'd closed all the churches of the town to worship a new god when they lived under the sea. Told about human sacrifices and mating between sea creatures and townspeople. Police investigated and discovered the town was normal, so Brendan Axisa ended up in a detention centre for dangerous patients. He died less than a year later in his cell after cutting his wrists and using his own blood to write the name of the town that tormented him and the god that everyone there worshipped, Innsmouth Dagon. Ooh. Is that important? That symbol. Well, we have a thing. We can do a grabby grab of that.
Azoth. Sounds very familiar.
Azoth. Amulet made of strange material between stone and metal represents an open eye, surrounded by tentacles and geometric shapes. It belongs to Atwil. Tawil, the garden of the last gate. It's written in the Seleno fragments that the eye of Azoth preserves the body and soul against the horrors of this and the other worlds. Its whereabouts have been a mystery for hundreds of years, but we finally discovered its location. It's guarded by the historic Order of Dagon, who use the power of the eye to hide their presence in plain sight. Innsmouth. Open eye. I mean, it could be that little object that Carter had.
Cthulhu Among the Victorians by Laban Shrewsbury. This looks like an interesting book. This key looks very old. I wonder what it opens. This is the diary of someone who found the location of the esoteric Order of Dagon. Finally! We've been looking for a lead like this for years. But why didn't Carter tell me about this before? I have
Because
to
it's
go to that
dangerous.
village to see if it's all true. Maybe Carter's there. I'd better warn James, as Carter suggested in his note.
My search for the amulet will destroy the beast that's taken over my dreams, flying me to the coast. A town called Innsmouth. Its inhabitants hide the secrets of the Order of Dagon under their superficial smiles. Fear if they find out what I've come for, my life will be in serious danger. Thulu waits sleeping as Dagon prepares the way. Hydra spawns her progeny, and her children claim the shores. The blood of the chosen one is shed, and Azoth is visible in the sky. In the depths of the ocean, Thulu shall awake. You'd think they'd check the books. I were hiding something, I would check the books. Bloop. In search of the truth. Sophie's discovered the location of the esoteric Order of Dagon!
James, do you know where Carter is? Something has happened.
I spoke to him yesterday.
We were supposed to meet today, but he didn't show up. I went to look for him in his office, and everything was messed up. It looked like someone had broken in. Also, I've found some information about the possible location of the Order of Dagon. Carter was looking for a ritual item in a town called Innsmouth. Do you know anything about this?
No, I didn't know anything. Actually, he was kind of weird yesterday. And Christopher, too. Now that I think about it, both were talking about, well, nothing really. Just some crazy stuff. Forget it.
I'm worried about him, and I thought that you might be able to find him, being a private investigator and all. Track his steps. I don't know.
Of course. I'm sure it's nothing. But just in case, I think I know where to start. What are you going to do?
I'm going to go and have a look at Innsmouth, see if I can find what Carter was looking for. I've been studying that cult for years, looking for a clue like this, and Carter knew about it. But for some reason, he kept it from me. I need to know why.
But you have to be careful, Sophie. That town might be dangerous. If you get in trouble, call me.
Don't worry. Let me know as soon as you find anything. Bye.
I hope those morons didn't try to steal the dagger. I told them it was suicide. If the cult got Carter, we're all fucked. Good thing I saved the location they showed me on my phone, just in case.
Steal the dagger. Okay. Apparently there are multiple endings. James Ozak? That's too far away to be able to read.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay. So, no one's finished this yet. As I said, there's only like 25 people that have played it, now 26. 2 of 27 achievements so far, so these ones feel like, you know, story-bound achievements. So, Savior, Martyr. That one's not been unlocked. Makes me wonder if things might be broken or just people don't want to sacrifice themselves to save humanity. Get all the endings, so no one's unlocked that. Talk to everyone. Collect all the notes. So possibly that one is broken, which then means that that one is not possible. And, well, so far I've collected all the notes I can find. There's not any chatter on it as yet, but as I said, not enough people have played. So I think this is probably going to be quite a long one. We'll give it another, say, half an hour to see where it goes. And then switch to the other game I've got lined up for today. Because I don't think...
I'm not leaving until I find out what happened.
I'll be able to get to an ending in
Is
one
that a
stream.
phone ringing? Yes. And I swear it's Carter's ringtone.
There's blood on the floor.
This cannot be a
Armitage,
coincidence.
Armitage, books and antiques, second-hand and ancient books, codices, authentic grimoires, amulets, and other antiques. You'll find everything you're looking for here. If we don't have it, we'll get it for you. Yeah, there's blood. There's blood, and we heard our friend's phone.
Blood. I hope Carter and Christopher are okay.
Blood kind of looks like penises. God, Joe, you are a terrible human being. Left or right? Can't tell. Try left.
This doesn't look good. I think the cult found them when they were here. I'll check Carter's phone just in case. This is the dagger they were looking for. The only thing that can destroy the Great Dreamer.
At least it stopped ringing.
It's strange. Looks as if they tried to erase this blood trail. If only I had some luminol, but I spent it all on that Deleth Widow case. Shit! I can't get through here.
Okay, so some sort of fire suppressant system would be good. See a fire alarm.
This should put the fire out.
I know where I need to be, but I want to see if there's
I
anything
need a
else.
vacation.
God, this is upstairs and downstairs. Okay, it all links up, I think, is what I've established from this.
Maybe I can find some answers here.
That says murdered. No, Morello. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like murdered.
He looks unconscious. I don't think they killed him. They need him alive for tonight's ritual. The van they put him in has the Zotique's Enterprises logo on it. Maybe they took him there. Christopher is nowhere to be seen. If the priestess herself was here, it was all a trap to capture Carter.
Okay. I'm hoping at some point we also become Christopher. And then we can try and then I'm not as worried that, you know, he's gone. Something creepy about all these interiors. Yes. There's no people. There's blood. And rust. But mainly there's blood. And some dead ends.
not leaving until I find out what happened.
I thought we did that. You want more? The fact that I'm going around in a circle, but it's not a circle.
It's strange. It looks as if they tried to erase this blood trail. If only I had some luminol. But
I guess I need to find some luminol? Oh, hang on. There's something else. Ah.
luminol. Just what I needed.
Okay. The police badge in here. And a gun. We can't pick it up though. Okay. Right, well, let's go at least use luminol on the blood traces. Maybe we'll find Christopher.
The trail is already visible, and it looks like a lot of blood. No!
I guess we found Christopher. James Clues. Okay, Christopher Black, the exclusive. Investigation, deception, trespassing. He would do anything to get the story. Oh, Christopher is a reporter. Well, that's Carter. I don't know who the other detectives are. Oh, okay, but that is at least a real thing. Okay. Shrine.
That symbol appears on every picture. That symbol appears on every picture. That symbol appears on every picture.
That symbol
That
appears
symbol
on every
appears
picture.
on every picture. This poor girl. I have to find whoever did this.
Last week, Hannah Butterworth disappeared after going out for a walk. According to her mother, she left the house at around 8 to meet some friends at dinner, but no one more. 19-year-old girl didn't meet up with her friends. No one saw her after she left home. Police, family and friends and neighbours have been looking for her ever since. Yesterday, a couple discovered a body in a wooded area less than a kilometre from the place of disappearance. Police confirmed a few hours later it was Hannah Butterworth, a woman. Several sources, the body was unrecognisable as it had been squeezed. Police are looking for clues. Poor girl.
I'm onto something big. I'm sure of it.
Pattern behind all these deaths and disappearances, everything's starting to make sense, but I still need to put some pieces together. When all these girls with the same physical complexion began to disappear, they all assumed there was a prostitution scheme. But then we started to find the bodies, and it was a lot worse than we thought. Bodies had been consumed by something difficult to explain. Symbols engraved on their skin gave me the first clue to start investigating that religious cult, whose traces I keep finding all over the city. Editor says unless I'm bringing him clear proof, he doesn't intend to publish anything.
Why only girls?
Yesterday, the disappearance of O.H. Ma was reported. Hey, we found her body when we recalled her at the beginning. Including her, there are already 4 girls who have disappeared within the last 6 months in the metropolitan area, between 18 and 22, from wealthy families. O.H. Ma went for a run last Sunday, she did every afternoon. Family reported her missing the next day, after they were called from her work when she failed to show up. So we know at least O.H. Ma was experimented on with that serum and probably, or was a sacrifice. Did not mean to walk.
I still don't know what it has to do with the murders, but they're connected. I'm sure of it.
Robbery at Cathedral's Museum took place last Tuesday, made public. From the roof windows, stolen objects not been detailed. Belong to the Faith in the Sea collection, which has relics of coastal brotherhoods. No clues who the thief are, how they were sneaked through a window, difficult access. Window is 20 meters above the ground. To find clues, as the stolen items have an inch market value. Andrew, DCC. Sorry, I couldn't get to the mic in time.
I'm not sure if this information is true.
Ooh, remains of a strange creature hooked on their fishing nets. Ended in claws, like flippers, and a crest. Eyes were huge, mouths full of sharp teeth. Skin was scaly and gills in reach of the sea. Taking it to the authorities, the storm caught them on the way. They were trying to keep the fishing boat afloat when several of those creatures got on board and took the body away. Moved with ease despite being stormed at its worst, jumped into the water like professional swimmers. Yeah, those are the Dagons. Or, close enough. The authorities didn't believe, as any photo they had of the event was blurred. To reassure the story was true, and they plan to return to the place of discovery to prove it.
I never get tired of this view.
It is a very pretty view. I like the concept of these egg chairs. In practice, they're extremely impractical for myself.
Innsmouth. It must be an important place. It keeps coming up everywhere.
Boat. Didn't return. 8 p.m. found the wreckage. Bloodstains. Ooh. Bloodstains make them feel worst. Oh, yeah.
Who would be crazy enough to release 100,000 bisons?
Prompt inhibitor, crowd of environmentalists. Feels similar about hammocks. I just don't like hammocks because I don't like the feel of rope. Feel like that scene in Will Smith in the Men in Black where Will Smith is in the egg chair trying to write on something and then ends up dragging the table across. It's the most horrible noise in the world, but it's basically like, yeah. I want to just be able to curl up in it, but it's just not quite the right shape or orientation for me. Similar with those ones that look like sort of like giant hands. Well, not like look like giant hands. They're still like sort of square, but they're sort of trying to have like a scoop, but there's not enough back. I need a good back support, but I also want to be able to curl up, so it like needs to be like a really big base, but back support and then arms, and really squishy. Can't get out of them, but that's amazing. Losses in the millions, 100,000 bison. Maybe they shouldn't have been breeding them for their fur and stuff. Try to ration with the army. Tire houses, cars, trees. 20 people injured, 3 seriously. Oh, it's just an odd newspaper article.
Someone should tidy this desk. It's full of disorganized notes and pictures.
It's emergency, so can I help you? Please, I need help. Send the police. Calm down. Someone in my house is hurting my dad. Okay. How old are you? What's your name? Alex, I'm 7. I live at 4, 6 degrees A, St. Isabel Road. What's happening? Something like a dog came through the window and grabbed my dad. He was screaming a lot, but now he's quiet. I can hear it chewing very loudly. Dog broke into your house, but didn't you just said you live in a 6th-floor apartment? Yeah, I live in 6A. It came through the window, but it wasn't exactly a dog. It had a lot of legs, a lot of eyes. It's terrifying. Okay, where are you in your room? Hiding under my bed. Come in this way, I'm really scared. Here, it's trying to open the door. Please, someone come. Keep quiet and hide. No one's gonna hurt you. Police are coming upstairs. Keep quiet, and I need the other side of that, please. I don't want to accidentally exit this area before I can get. Oh, there we go.
If I hadn't spoken to the emergency operator, I would think this is all a setup.
You're okay. I'm the father. He's God. Oh, I traced the child. Is it fine? Are you sure there was a child? Oh God. Howard Phillips?
It's the symbol from the murders. Who is this man? These photos were addressed to Howard. What was his table?
Faceless Man Part 2. Okay, well we need the Faceless Man Part 1, otherwise this is not going to make sense.
I've seen some of those symbols elsewhere.
Dirty vampires, wooden doors, fuse smashed, blasphemous symbols, Christ had been beheaded, covered in blood. No evidence. The cellar. Tracing some old stone stairs. You didn't know about a cellar. Horrendous altar. A shattered pews, a monstrous creature with tentacles, spikes, and indescribable things have been carved on the wall. Faceless Man Part 1. Okay.
That gas mask.
Testimonies.
I wonder if it's the same one that man was wearing on the pictures.
Proof. 1 on. Last 4 hours. Place to take shelter. Farmhouse boarded up. Door was open. Armchair with a gas mask on it in the middle of the room. Feeling covered in dust. You can see footprints leading from a couch to the hallway. Door was open. Flight of stairs led down to the darkness. Raspy breathing. Help. Someone got lost. Okay. There's a lot of papers in this. I love it. Went downstairs. See a girl chained to the wall. To a light. Watch out for the man in the mask. Not breathing. A huge man whose face was in darkness, even though I was showing the light I with myself in his flashlight. He spoke despite having no mouth and said only 3 words: "You would die." Ran as fast as we could. We abandoned that poor girl, but went back with the police. We managed to find a village. We found no trace of the man or girl, only some footprints digging down to the basement. There's a silent room. So I definitely don't want to exit out or find the end of this without making sure that I have gone all of the stories that I can get out of this.
I should check in the archive room.
Search in the archive. Okay, that wasn't there last time. Oh, it was, but he was complaining about people leaving things on desks. We haven't been in the archive room yet. I was avoiding it because it felt like, you know, that would be the end of a thing. Right, now we're back at the beginning.
I've always been curious to know which book it was.
Pale mask. Feel like that's like the king in yellow.
This file is not the right one. Did someone swap them, or is everything just messy?
La player. And a strain. Henry Armitage. That is a familiar name.
I
Jonathan
remember
Harker.
the interview with this man. He was a little off his head.
Jonathan Harker, Vampire Hunter.
There are crazy theories about it. Every time I remember it, I can't stop laughing.
Metal World Peace. For Open House. The NBA. A supernatural thing in NBA history. Okay.
It was The escape was very notorious. There were several deaths. The god of manga, no doubt.
Right, this is the other one.
Thanks to him, role-playing games reached the whole world.
Diaz Garcia Longoria Alejandro. Alejandro Diaz Garcia Longoria. That's a beautiful sounding name. Poser. Okay, I feel like that's...
What's wrong with books?
What is wrong with books?
I never really understood how that engine worked.
Feels very, Avengers.
There was a fire, and I won't be able to go. It looks so good. There was a fire. Every time I remember it, I can't stop laughing.
Okay. Aha! There we go.
I'd never heard the story before.
Lists. Someone screaming. Bubbling sound. Ooh.
strange events. Several people died, and one woman ended up in a psychiatric hospital.
Okay, found more stuff, just not the thing we were looking for. We're looking for Henry Armitage, and Henry Armitage, searching the archives. Okay, the menu is a little flaky if you go off it accidentally. Envelope, Howard Phillips. When's an antique shop? I feel like I just want to end this segment properly.
Every time I remember it, I can't stop laughing. There was a fire, and I won't be... I never really understood how that engine... What's wrong with books?
Okay, well... Can't get into any of those. You don't like leaving it on a... haven't found anything for Armitage. I need a shop. I saw something when I was going past, did I? Imagined it.
What's wrong? What's wrong with books? What's wrong with books? That symbol appears on every picture.
Okay, we're just gonna save there. Gonna have a short break and pick up another game. I'm sure there's just something I've missed an interaction point, but let's put another game on. You know, because this one we're not going to finish, so therefore we'll just leave it here. I won't do any more on stream. If you want to find out what happens, you shall have to purchase the game. Probably play more of that later, actually. So that's Desolatium. Thanks to Eddie at Xbox for the code for this one. As usual, I'm just going to put the end screen up temporarily so I can end this segment. Then I'm going to have a break, and then I'll be back with a new game. Whoop, I just hit my microphone. So, don't go anywhere. Thank you for watching this part, and I'll be back.